Guess who's back?
Personally, I haven't been a fan of the bubble ever since Lou Williams got in trouble for getting some wings.
Stop it.
Yeah. I'm over that. I'm not gonna keep on making it where folks can't be out here talking about how much a man love a woman. It perplexed Solomon.
You know what? The doors of the church now open. Can we
Oh my God.
go, okay? Because clearly we're not getting over. The show is off the rails.
This is Erica. This is
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me.
And Carly.
What did I say?
I.E. Carly.
Okay.
Let's put it in the comments,
Just
bro.
a couple of alphabets wrong. Okay.
Hey, that's two totally different pieces.
he didn't get him to
But
go.
we ain't saying Wingstop. He ain't stop at Hooters.
No, he don't got to.
He ain't stop at
He don't, because
at Applebee's.
the Lou Williams wing ain't at Wingstop.
Right.
Could have got
It
some
ain't
Lou
at
Williams.
Hooters.
What Carly Sade woman?
Well,
Let me get a little closer.
Come on, that's
Woman?
Hold on, Tim.
hold on.
You fine.
No.
You hear me?
No.
Most beautiful thing.
On God's
On
green.
God's green.
I'm in. Come in the room.
Listen,
My goodness.
Well, bless his name today.
Donnie McClurkin say, I thought I knew you on yesterday.
Hey.
But I got
Yes, the wings were at a strip club. But if he wanted a specific wing from a specific location,
listen.
and he has a wing named after, I feel like the man should be able to get some wings.
In with somebody else.
Oh,
Break it in.
okay.
I apologize.
You said
All right. Welcome.
I want to welcome
Shucks.
you to what is probably the last episode of Sticks and Stones.
Mike.
This man gave black babies to a racist white woman that thinks she's Nigerian.
in America, we all supposed to be the body of Christ, but we have black churches and white churches, and we all have white preachers that you can clearly see the issue here, but they'll still justify it from their pulpit and say it's the word of God.
The fact that someone can get in the pulpit and make you think, hey Bishop, I know you about to get me. Let me get my comment out.
My problem, Faye. You went and bought BlackBerry shares, which means you knew that they were pushing up everything else. And you ain't tell me nothing. BlackBerry? Tim, when was the last time you saw anybody with a BlackBerry phone?
Now, the stance of this show has always been: when you right, you right, and when you wrong, you wrong.
I'm not waving, I'm in the spirit.
Oh, okay. Let me. Why am I like this?
What's up, family? How we doing today?
Hey. Listen,
All right.
we tired. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm as tired. I didn't know it. I told my kids. They had a long day today. They went to had to do as Noah had to be tested. Remember when you guys were in school and we were in school. I say you guys, we were in school. They made us do like how many pull-ups can you do? How many push-ups can you do? What's your mile run
Presidential
time?
fitness test.
Yes. Okay. So Noah had to do that today. Okay. Now I gotta really step light because they be watching. I don't want them to watch, but they be watching. But I will say that Noah did a fantastic job. He's never ran a mile in his life. And he got a really great time for that to be his first time. He ran about a 9:28 today and did about 25 push-ups and all the things. Was doing great. Hannah, it's not her year to be tested, but you're in 5th grade. But Hannah says, listen, I'm here. Can I just do it for fun? Hannah runs a 6:45 today. And I couldn't tell Noah because he would got mad about it because her time was faster than his. She did great. She did about 20 push-ups. Ezra ran 5 laps, wanted everybody to cheer. We did. But it was a long morning. We are exhausted. So when we came back, I said, we're going to just watch a movie and chill. They watched the movie. I was out. They woke me up like, you doing 60 stones? I'm like, ah! So I am here. I am excited to be here, but Mama is tired. Okay, Mama is tired today. She did great.
I feel you.
All
That's
right,
why
Mama.
my name is what it is today.
So Ezra still don't know that his sister ran faster than him?
He's about Noah.
No, Noah. He don't know his sister ran faster than him?
No, do you have to? Okay. No. No.
Hey, Noah.
Hey, Zoe, you want to be out of my life by St. Patrick's Day. You do that. You do that. You out. You out now.
Hey, I think it'd be a nice little rendition. It'd
I can't think of one thing nice. I can't think of one thing nice about you doing it. I really can't.
You can't. All he gonna want to do is do it again.
You're right. Well, I already kind of told him, this is the first time, and then, you gotta train and then come back in a few months or so. Ain't no, okay. Look, we'll handle it. Hey, Noah, you're not supposed to be right there.
Hey, Noah.
Hey, Zoe, you want to go? You want to go? If you want to leave my life, now, you don't got to do that. You can just say bye. I never see you ever. Okay, go upstairs. Go upstairs.
What's up, Noah? What's happening?
Bye. All the way upstairs. Go all the way. Go to the second floor. Go up to the third.
That's funny. One day.
Okay. All right.
One day. Yeah,
all right, y'all like this girl talking. So my name is Erica Webb, aka Grace Girl. I try my best to find space for Grace in the place. We miss y'all. We know you miss us. We're happy to be here. I've been doing a 75 moderate for the past week. It's been I have started over so many times. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm proud of me because one day I was gonna text this group and say, I quit. I quit. Like, I can't do this. The starting over is the worst gut punch ever. But you know what? I am proud of myself for continuing to go. This is a very vulnerable moment. I have not been in Wonderville, which is where I am under 200 pounds in years. I am there now. And so I'm very, very excited about that. But I'm telling y'all, a sister has wanted to quit. Also, reading, surprisingly, has been one of my favorite things. And one of my little cheat codes that I've done to make me finish my readings is I have been reading out loud. I've been just kind of pacing and reading aloud to myself in the mornings. And it's like speaking affirmations over me. It feels good. So that has helped. But this has been tough. So it's been the 75 moderate for Erica. Supposed to be the 75 hard. Listen, it's hard to keep going. Okay. So that's where I'm at. All right. So this beautiful young lady in the black top. Who art thou?
Hi, I am Faye, and I too am doing a little bit of 75 moderate, a little 75 delicate, something along those lines. I am on day 3. Pretty disciplined lifestyle anyway, so it's not hard for me to work out. It's not hard for me to eat right. It's not hard for me to drink water. What is getting me my time management, okay, because I'm real busy throughout the day, and so carving out time to make sure I get the extra workout in or I get the reading in. A lot of times I have to start over because I fall asleep before I read, and so it's teaching me that I'm disciplined in some areas, but in other areas I need to tighten up. So hi, I'm on day 3. I'm 75.
Congratulations, Faye.
Good job, Faye. Come on,
how's it going? Man with
hey everybody.
Hey
everybody. My name is Lee, 3 letters, 2 more the same, and I will be starting the 75 hard challenge on Monday. So, excited. It is very, very. I don't think I've done anything that difficult, and it's not about the workouts. It's really not about the reading or anything. It's the eating for me.
Wow.
Eating is going to be tough. So pray our strength in the Lord, and I got two small ones, so they are not helping matters at all. So yeah.
Well, how selfish of them.
Okay.
My name is Zoe.
Some people.
You're right. I'm Zoe. I'm still on 75 hard. This is day 17.
Oh,
I had to restart. I restarted twice. One time because I ate a bacon cheeseburger without thinking about it, and another time because I changed my diet from pescatarian to pollotarian. So I made that switch, and that was that. So yeah, I'm still at it. Trying to stay at it. Them readings is tough though. I ain't gonna lie. Them readings, man. I think whoever created this challenge had to have had no job, or they probably work from home. They had to have been a nerd. They like to read every day. I mean, this whole, like, everything is cool until it gets to that reading part. If you want me to sit down in one spot and read a book, ain't gonna happen.
Okay, let me say this.
Can you break down what your diet is?
So basically, the only meats that I eat is fish and chicken.
Okay.
And then, like, no sweets, no junk, none of that. Fish and chicken, everything else. So
the reason that I have been starting over, I'll say, hasn't been on my marriage alone. My husband is a weirdo paparazzi and a betrayer of his bride. He like takes pictures of me when I'm getting ready to eat something that I'm not supposed to eat, and I'm like, "Hey, you trash!" Like, what are you doing? He's like, "Oh, this is for the group, for the 75 hard." He'll like take a video. Erica's getting ready. I'm like, forget it. Like, I'm done. Yeah, it's the worst. For me, but also strangely, it's the photo for me. I think that I'm psychologically doing that to myself on purpose, though. Like, I don't like photographing myself like that. So I feel like that's what's happening. I think because I'll be like, oh, I didn't take the photo. And taking it later in the day is not really good because you're doing all kind of stuff. You didn't ate, you know what I'm saying? All that. So it's really not fair, you know. But I think that I despise taking the photos. I despise it. So there are times that I've had to start over just because of that. So it sucks.
Well, so, I was never under the impression that we had to take a picture every day.
We have to take a picture every day. How can you not be under the impression?
So don't start over, Zoe.
You're not 17 days. You day one right there. If you think you can just not take pictures.
That's crazy. I gotta start over.
Joe, you better not say if I gotta start over, I quit. You better not say that.
No, I ain't gonna quit. But if I gotta start over, I'm about to go get some Waffle House tonight. I know that.
We need 75 pictures.
I know that.
75. Let me tell y'all. For the record, Sticks and Stones. Tim is out here. Tim is doing this challenge. This boy out here being Paul Bunyan. He done cut his lip open, chopping wood. This boy is serious. I'm not playing. He be sending us pictures. I'll be like, he sent one text time about yoga sucks. I'm like, whoa, Tim is out here. Tim is not playing.
That's crazy. You know, I got to take a picture every day.
With a basketball.
Hey, listen to Zoe. Dang, I gotta take a picture every day. He keeps
Every
saying
day.
that. Every day.
I'm
Yes.
convinced whoever made this challenge is a freaking nerd.
The group told me to just take it when you get up. Just when you wake up, just get it out of the way. But I promise y'all, that is the hardest part. I despise taking my picture. I hate it. I tried to use I didn't have a background. It's not busy. Tony helped me find the perfect space, perfect lighting for it. But y'all, it shows all the things. I hate it. I hate it.
Man.
But look, I'm determined. We're going to do this thing. I am proud of us. Faye, you have been a huge encouragement. Faye has been documenting her journey. And that has been really helping me out and really encouraging me. I know that's my sister, but as Faye in the City on her platform, I see her just really as any of the YouTubers I look up to. And so when she's on there and tells me how she's been successful or if she had to start over, it just makes me feel like I can do it. So Faye, even if it sucks, whatever, it really means a lot to me that you're hanging in there because I look at you every day.
Come on with it, Faye.
It's huge. So,
Okay,
yes.
well, let's go ahead and get into it then. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got a nice little docket of things. We're gonna start with the internet's new favorite first lady. This lady, she wanted to let it be known that
Zoe, you are trolling already.
I have a request.
Uh-huh.
I need to hear Erica's opinion first as soon as the video is over. I got to hear it.
I can't stand. Faye will betray me when I think she's my ally. Just did not to Faye. And you know what she did? Yeah, I want Erica's comment first. I don't like it. Okay, fine. I'll oblige. Let's watch. Go ahead and roll that beautiful bean. Woo! I got it. That's trademarked.
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna let the video and caption speak for itself.
Okay.
I never knew I could go through so much hell, Trina. It was hell. The woman from Atlanta that tried to come in between me and my husband. This woman says she's a prophetess. She got a word for my husband. I said, no, you ain't got a word for him. You got a word for us. Natasha Davis.
Natasha Davis?
All right.
I told you, I'm not your typical first lady. This first lady fight. And if I catch you in the street, I warned you. I warned you. I'm a Brooklyn chick. That ain't never changed. I'm just an anointed Brooklyn chick. And I'm coming for that ass.
I like the part. I like the part when she said that her whole church cheered. So you know, whatever church they go to, they bout it. They bout it. Everybody cheered. She said that.
It reminds me of a certain Sunday morning at never mind.
No. Don't do that. Don't dangle some fruit out there and then try to take it back.
Well, when I tell you I watched it every day on repeat for about 2 weeks, it really got my grits cooked.
See, now I want to know what happened on Sunday morning.
You know.
You know what happened on Sunday morning, Pom.
We just don't give a, you know.
You know what happened? I'm legit. My brain is just fried right now. I don't know.
Okay, check the chat, brother. Check the private chat.
Check the chat. Check the chat. That chat. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I know what we're talking about.
Let me just say, but it wasn't in a fit of rage. It was just something else. Okay. Listen, do we have part 2? So she put out there's a part 2.
Part 2 was sent to the group chat. Let me
I sent it to you. I wanted you to see that she, I guess, before she take it back, she'll add to it.
Wait, so you sent it to the group chat?
I did. The main, our regular group chat.
Let me find it. Did you send it? Okay, let me find it. Let me find
it was
part
very
2.
Recent. It was very recent.
I'm gonna find it somewhere.
Did I send it to the messenger group, or did I send it to the
You sent it to the group because it was an Instagram.
Right. Yeah, she added to it. And I do have guys, people was blowing me up about this. They wanted to know what Erica thought. And so I was like, tune in to the Sticks and Stones.
Well, I'm looking for it. I don't see it, but
I just sent it again.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. So wait, she added to this?
Yeah, she took it up a notch.
Oh,
she threatened more. She took it up more and more. She took it up to the moon.
Okay. Well, before we get into opinions, then I think it's only right that we play part 2 real quick. I like how they in the middle of this rant, whoever doing the stream is a troll. In the middle of this rant, they put up the giving info of the church. Like it. Okay. All right. So let me share it again.
Okay.
And let's see what all right, let's see what we got here.
Jamila's husband. Point to the camera. Say that is Jamila's husband. Now back to what I was trying to say. I know I'm gonna get trouble, but I'm gonna walk
Wow. 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 Oh. Whew, there's so much.
The organ player is complicit.
He's a troll. He's complicit. He likes this. He's enjoying this.
Be angry, but do not sin. And the reason why I ain't back in prison.
She said back.
Because I said I'm gonna leave this to
Leave so silly.
The Bible said that Jesus was a great teacher to him, but he turned over tables. Some of the book.
Okay.
We already seen that. Hey, so real quick, she said back in prison.
She definitely said back.
Have we done some research on her? Do we?
You know, we didn't.
I need to do some research. I
didn't get the chance to do
her name.
research.
What's her name? Jamila something.
All I know is that Jamila's husband. She said, point to him and say that is Jamila's husband.
Jamelia Gooden. I'm about to Google it right now. Because she said back in prison.
She said the reason I'm not back. Now here's what I'm upset about. She said the Bible say, get angry, but sin not. So you know that scripture. Where do you think you at on the thing? Like, I mean, do you think you're complicit in this admonishment, or do you feel that? Are you saying it to say, obviously, I ain't doing that part? I mean, what is happening? But I think she thinks she's still in the green because she's not back in jail. So she didn't kill anybody or assault anybody. But, you know, the Bible says, you know, you've heard it said, thou shalt not kill, but I say, any man who hates his brother is a murderer. So what I'm saying is, if you already threatened a girl, you say when you see it, what you gonna do to her? You on your way back to jail. You on your way to sitting. Are you telling people to get the money ready for the prison ministry Just let me know what was the point of quoting that scripture. I thought you didn't know that scripture. By what you doing, I thought maybe you didn't know that scripture. You know it well, but where do you think you are on it? Faye, you still want to hear what my thoughts are about this?
I definitely do.
Tell me why. Before I answer, why?
Because I think it's because with you being a person in a pastoral calling and you being a married woman, but you also got them hands too. I don't love what you have to say about this too.
Listen, many people call me this week. I'm gonna give my opinion because hey, it is what it is. I really would have loved if we could have had, and it may not be a no, but we'll see, if we could have had a first lady on. I have many first lady friends. I don't know, she's she may be co-pastoring because she's preaching, or she may be lead. I don't really know the situation. She may be the lead pastor there. I don't know. But I know a lot of first ladies and a lot of pastors' wives personally, and I would love to have them on here. But from having those relationships, I will tell you that, and someone can probably speak to the way men are toward women that are in ministry, but I'm just speaking to my experience on the other end. Women can be treacherous, okay? They can be treacherous. They can be a lot. I have seen them intentionally try to put themselves in a position to be with the man of God by themselves, wear low-cut tops to entice, walk up to the first lady, don't speak to her, excuse me, hug the man, rub all up. I have seen some, and that's the mild stuff that I've seen. I've seen outrageous, downright disrespectful, atrocious behavior that many pastors' wives and first ladies have to endure, and it is a lot. Okay, so I sympathize with this woman. I don't know, the extent of if she felt like when the woman said, maybe when she corrected the woman and said to her, hey, no, you don't have a word for him, you got a word for us. Maybe the girl clapped back like, nah, it's for your, we don't know what prompted her to say, when I see you is like that. I don't know. Okay. But I can say without question that if a person, man or woman, disrespects me and my spouse, the manifestation isn't way off from what I would do, but here's the difference. Wait a minute. Hold. Not on the Sunday morning, not over the microphone, not dropping names. I ain't doing that. I'm not. Listen, I've never liked the practice. Let me tell you the practice I've never liked. Remember when people say, and some people experience this, that if your mama couldn't get one of you to act right, she'll whoop all y'all because she felt like one of y'all. I ain't never liked that. I don't know where people got that. Parents, I ain't never liked that. If you can't catch who did it, go on. Go pray. Let God show you in a dream. I don't know, but quit whooping all your kids for one person. It's not right. I feel the same way in the church. Get in the pulpit and subjecting everybody to some disciplinary thing you had to do with it. I ain't never liked that. Like, just go to the person. The Bible say go to them. They don't hear you, go back to them, take a witness. They don't want to hear you, then address the church or whatever you're doing. So I'm not a fan of that. But I would tell you, if I know for a fact that I've been disrespected, it's not way off. I mean, her response ain't way off from me. I'm not saying it's right, but it's not way off from where I would be. I will say this. If I was training ministers, and I've learned a lot of this from Mama Elkins, she's over the ministerial board. when you're giving a word, to a married person, you are giving it to both of them. It is for both of them. There are times when you're over the microphone and you don't know if that person's with them or however. Maybe somebody's giving a word and they're giving it to you and they mean it. If you're married, then it's for both of you. If they say, hey, the Lord told me he's going to cure you of whatever. Lord, let me know he's going to heal you, whatever. That word is for both of you, whatever. But if you're in a situation where you privately and personally can say, hey, I have a word for your man or I have a word for your wife, I don't think there's nothing wrong with making sure they understand, well, it's for both of us. I mean, we're married. I mean, there isn't a way that it is not for the other person if you're married, in my opinion. But I don't know how she said it. I don't know how old girl was coming. I don't know, whatever. But if there was full disrespect, this response isn't way off from where I would be. It probably just wouldn't be televised. It probably wouldn't be televised. And I've had a woman. I was in church one day, and I'm going to let this go. I was in service one day. A woman tapped me on my shoulder. I turned around. She had her phone out and said, this your man phone number? I'm not lying. I was married. Is this your man phone number? I said, yeah. She said, oh, okay. And turned back around. In God's house, I tapped her. I said, ma'am. And I didn't whisper. I said, ma'am, you don't show me my man number in your phone and then turn around. Nah. What you doing? She said, oh, well, Bishop, whoever had told me that she was trying to whisper. I kept being loud. She said it had told me that your husband was a pharmacist and he told me to talk to him and I said, oh, I know who you are. He let me know that you two had spoken a couple of weeks ago and that he had said to you, once you're in pharmacy school, then you guys would have something to talk about. Seeing as you haven't applied and you're not a pharmacy student, y'all don't have anything to talk about. So he came, the card you gave him, he brought it straight home to me. I have it. And he made me aware that you had his phone number and all the things. I said, so thanks for clearing it up. I said, in the future, don't you ever in your life say to me, is this your man number? And then think you go, I don't play them games at all. She giggled. I didn't. We moved on. Okay. So, if it's disrespect, I think you can address it. I didn't get on the microphone. The next time I preach, I didn't say, yeah, there's a girl in here, and she in here right now wearing a pink dress. Came to me and asked me, I didn't do none of that. I left it right there. I addressed it. We moved on. So sometimes women can get out of pocket. They need to be checked. But this, I do not agree with this display. I think it was a lot.
But E, you ain't a Brooklyn chick. She said she a Brooklyn chick.
Let me tell you something about that.
That hat she got on speaks volumes.
That don't mean
I'm just telling you what she said.
That don't mean nothing to me. That I'm not gonna name the neighborhoods I'm from. What I'm saying to you is there is a way to do things. And if God hasn't transformed you beyond being able to respond to people in a way that honors your husband and glorifies your God, you need to sit.
Yes.
You need to sit. Yes. So that's they say everybody ought to know who Jesus is. Everybody ought to know who your husband is. We really don't need it. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
and you know what? Even in your situation, Sissy, had the girl came up to you and said, "Excuse me, my name is such and such. I want to introduce myself to you." Going about it in a formal way to show you respect first. That's totally different than is this your man number?
This your man number? Yeah. Oh, okay, girl. Don't play with me. But so I dealt with it, but I'm not going to embarrass myself or dishonor my husband or give her the satisfaction of thinking that she had such an impact that now she's the subject of what I'm speaking about. I don't know. I think that points to maybe there are issues there. I don't know. Pastor Lee, you're pastor. all the ladies running after you.
Oh no, we don't do that here. But I'll piggyback on something you said, Brother Elkins. I don't want to talk about it. So, like, there is a way to do things. Now, I don't know I don't know what happened before she got on the mic. I don't. She said that somebody had a word for her husband. Okay, all right, got it. But I'm just evaluating what I saw, and from what I seen, I'm a different guy. Like, if you do that, like Soraya would never. Okay, all right. Just hypothetically, in a
whole other world,
in a whole other world,
stratosphere.
If my wife was to ever get up in a church service,
that's right,
make visible threats against somebody else, talking about I'ma whoop your A when I see you. Like, we would go home, it would be a very quiet ride home, very quiet. And as soon as we got home, soon as we passed that threshold and we closed that door, we would have a problem.
It would have been a growth session. Amen. It would have been an extreme growth session.
Heated fellowship is what I'm saying. Okay, the term we gonna need some counseling, some therapy, some burn some sage, whatever it is. Whatever. Whatever you got, you're gonna have to do something, because this right here, we got a whole problem. You out of pocket. And then you go and embarrass. I gotta go speak. If this is my congregation, I'm the pastor, and I gotta justify your actions when you clearly out of line. You clearly out of line. So now I gotta. Now, not only did you embarrass me, but then when I come back to the service and then they talking about you, I gotta stick my neck out to defend you because I'm your husband.
And I gotta
you out of pocket.
And I gotta talk to the police because you didn't got us in trouble now.
Exactly. The police coming. Well, I hear your wife said, well, sometimes she exaggerates and stuff like that. You got to go through a whole rigmarole to backtrack what you did. And truth be told, you ain't about that life.
I can
not
tell.
About that life.
It's a lot.
What are you talking about?
It's a lot of this, Doc.
In the street, right?
So when you said that, it's a lot of it. But my biggest thing is a lot of this, Doc. I know a lot of first ladies that have attacked, that have gotten so upset that they didn't beat some folks down. They took them there, and they didn't say a word before they did.
I know a lot of people, both male and female. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I went to St. Louis Public Schools. All right, a lot of my people ain't here no more. All right, they not here. All right, they not in the land of the free. They are either incarcerated or they have passed on from this life.
They are no longer.
And what I would tell you is this: when you are actually about that life, talking is a waste of time. All right, ain't no talking, ain't no threats, ain't no stuff like when you gonna get to it, you gonna get to it. But I'm not about to tell you what I'm about to do. Oh well, when that makes no sense. If I want to be actually successful in my, I ain't telling you nothing. As soon as I see you, it is what it is. But like you over here getting on because you know that you online, you know that it's streamed, you know people want to see you. You're just making noise. And of the people that made the most noise couldn't do nothing when it came to a physical confrontation. Okay, so I'm saying that you're not about that life. If you was ever in jail, it was probably for unpaid parking tickets, not nothing violent or nothing like that. Like you probably just was driving with a suspended license or something like that. Okay. It wasn't nothing bad. I promise you. Because I'm being as kind as I can. I'm being as kind as I can. You are not about to. I just was in court I was in court last week. All right, I was in court. No, earlier this week. I was in court, and I was in court, and everybody's cases are together to make sure, like, hey, what do you plead? Do you plead not guilty, guilty, guilty with explanation, continuance, all that type of stuff. Right. I'm in the back right corner. Like you can't get more back right corner than me. I'm just sitting there looking at the type of people that's walking up to the judge and to tell her what it is that they're gonna plead. And you know what I got at the end of that day? I'm like, you know what? I'm so glad I'm here for a speed ticket, because this right here, the people that are walking up, I don't want no parts of. I don't even want to walk in front of them when they coming in the door. These are the people that you don't want to be around. Like okay, assault with a deadly weapon. Why do you plead? Dude walking up like he like is what it is. Come on, man. Like I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. And you over there with your makeup and your hair that you just got, like you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that, because that's not. I really truly
believe, and Tony not even from where I'm from. Tony from Clayton. Okay. He would have walked up and got that microphone out of my hand. He would not. It wouldn't have been a struggle either. I would have known.
Can't do that. If you're the pastor, you can't do that. You can't go and like take the mic from the first lady, because the respect that she demands from her position, you can't have anybody else doing that. So if anybody else can't do it, you can't do it.
Wow.
But then when we come back into it, like now I got the mothers of the church, bishop, pastor, minister, elder, can I talk to you for a second? My spirit is what the first lady said. I mean, can you talk to? I mean, the first lady, she said some things. I just can't get. I mean, I just can't get with. And then you as a pastor got to sit there with the who did it and what for face.
I don't like it. It's bad. It's bad.
That's what you gotta sit. You gotta sit there and take it.
There's a way it would have been done. I don't care if Tony would have walked up and rubbed me on my shoulder. I don't know if Tony would have had the band. Something. Let me tell you something. Something would have happened, especially once I would have said, y'all point to my husband. Like, oh, you bringing me in this? Yeah, point to me. Let me come on over. Let me come on over so y'all can address me.
See, but if you was out of pocket, like if you started it and I could sense your spirit was out of pocket at from the jump, then it could have been something to where like I can charismatically gather the control of the service, right?
Let me tell you about your grandfather, Lee. Let me just talk to you. You know him. Let me just talk to you about your grandfather. Let me just talk to you about him. Let me just you know y'all grew up together. Let me tell you about your grandfather.
Came up together.
You know how many dudes I seen your grandfather walk behind, just act like he going to get some, and pull them on the back of their jacket? Because we was in the choir, we could see. Sit down.
Listen to me.
I agree.
I have seen Bishop when y'all was sitting there. He would ever so gently give you a pressure point, and y'all become subject real quick.
Let me tell you.
I agree. All that is you should be familiar with all that as a pastor. But tell me one time. Now, again, my grandmother and my mother are two totally different people. But tell me one time that you ever would see my grandfather, my father, my great grandfather come behind my grandfather. You say that's my chili. That's my. But
this don't work because these women are queens. These women ain't nothing. Lee, we would never see that because of who they
don't
are.
Got an arrest record to be yelling about.
We don't Lee. We would never see that because of who they are. The women you named and that.
Right.
The women you named.
And I'm saying that's probably why the prophetess or whatever it was got a word for the pastor, because you wild.
What if the word was she's a problem?
Right.
But the thing for me is the level that she went to.
Yes, ma'am.
As if there was some intimidation behind it. Meaning,
that's what it felt like.
I think that there's something going on with him that made her react publicly. Because to me, if you're not intimidated, you can check them without going to that extent. Like you ain't got to be in the camera cussing everybody out. And let me tell you something, it's a way to check the audience without doing that. I remember one time, and Alfonso, I don't even know if you will remember because you was real young. And I remember I was a kid. Bishop checked the audience about you. I think that one time you went to the restroom or something and somebody cut the lights off on you as a joke, and you probably were like 3. And Bishop addressed the audience about it. He told us what happened, and he said, ever so kindly, and of course, he didn't have to raise his voice or nothing. And he just let them know, y'all will not play with my grandchild like that. Now, of course, that was not the words that he used, but he so eloquently let you know it better not ever happen again. And so it's the way you can address people with class that gets your message across. Because trust and believe, Bishop Hay never had to hit me, do nothing. But I also knew, yes, he let me hug him. He'd give me a little pat on the head, but I knew not to cross him. And so it's a way that you can handle yourself and speak and still have that respect and not lose your dignity.
Now, I'll say this to you, Lee.
It made me feel like it's something else going on at home.
100%. I'll say this to you, Lee. I'm going to say this. There have been times, sometimes when somebody's out there, they didn't left off and they just out there. They in the air and they about to fall into the pool. And they just are out there and you can't catch them. You might have to let them finish what they're doing. It's going to be very interesting to see how they move forward with this, because if it was your grandfather, she'll never see a microphone ever again in life.
Ever.
Life.
Microphone.
I've seen people on the microphone that do something tricky. It's like a mental note that you able to go forward 30 years and say they never touched a microphone ever again.
I would love to get that generation of leadership into today's time, because here's what I think my grandfather would do. Like, he'd be like, you know what? That was foul.
Daughter,
you will never touch it. You will never touch a mic again. But I'm gonna make you an usher of the virtual ministry, so that so that you can focus on.
We're gonna put you to work. We're gonna put you to work. He wouldn't even tell you. He wouldn't even tell you that you wouldn't have touch a mic ever again. He would reassign you. He assign you something, and then when people bring your name up in the group, who'll be good for that? Such and such. No, daughter, we're not gonna do that. Who else got suggest? Next, it ain't even a discussion, because if you think, she went on and on. He looked super embarrassed when the camera got on him. He looked super.
Yeah, he looked embarrassed. He had that little it was like it was like I'm on kids and needles. I can't do it. I promise. I think he wanted to go say something, but again, it's the first lady. You can't go up there.
But just imagine you invited your friend to church. That's their first service, and the first thing that they hear from her is, "I'm gonna whoop yo."
Oh my God, I always think that way. I'm always thinking about if it's a first-time visitor or if it's just someone who is very new to the ministry, there. And that just now, brother, Pastor Elkin said, for the ride or die generation, sometimes you can't have their back when they are wrong. I just don't think she's part of that generation. I think she about my age. So she probably my age or older. She know better than what she did.
Yeah,
I don't know how old she is. I do know, because I've been over here digging. I do know that this was her, and it's not her first marriage. That's all. That's what I do know.
Okay, Zoe, be kind.
Well, I'm over here. I'm trying to figure out.
I don't like it.
Look, first of all,
Zoe,
y'all been talking this whole time.
Explain yourself. Explain why you said that.
About this conversation that y'all had. Okay, she in her message said, "That's why I'm not back in prison." So for the last 30 minutes, while y'all been having y'all little diatribe about what's going on, I've been over here trying to figure out what she go to prison for.
Then why you didn't come up with the record?
What she going to prison for? I found out that she's had a few husbands. I found out that it didn't take her long to find this one.
Hey, so I'm gonna head out. No, we can go. Y'all stay. Y'all stay.
Everybody.
You can look.
Hey, Erica, you ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready to go. We can go.
Husband today. That's Jamila's husband today. That's today. That was
it's her husband today. Tomorrow,
right?
Don't
know. Hey, you ready to go?
Hey, look, tomorrow, she done rode this ride before. She ain't new to this. She ain't new to this. She true to this.
Hey, she brought this on her. Hey, she brought this on herself, Doc. She brought this on herself.
I don't like
tell
it.
you.
Oh, had
Okay,
I known
anything
that,
else you found out, Zoe? What else did you find out? Why did she go to jail?
I
Did
don't
she
know
kill
yet.
one of them?
I don't know yet. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It
she
ain't.
ain't never been to jail. She ain't never been to jail. She just didn't pay some tickets or something.
Look, everybody had to have the shoestring, the string cut out their jacket. I mean, well, not everybody, maybe. But I mean, what's the big deal? Okay, you went to jail. So
Hey, all I know is she said she went back. I'm trying to figure it out. I couldn't tell you. I just know that, you know, she ain't new to this. That's all I know.
oh no.
Maybe-
Okay, so maybe there's some fear there. You know, maybe, you know, she's got a husband and she's started over a couple of times. Maybe she's in the 75 moderate.
You know what scared people
Wait a
do?
second.
Do you know what scared people do? They
Maybe
sit down
she's done.
and they shut up because
Maybe she's done the 75. Maybe she's done the 75
mouth
moderate
probably
and married.
the first couple of marriages too.
And she's probably saying, you know what, this time I'm gonna ride for mine. You're not gonna just come take mine. Maybe she tired of it.
Or maybe she was doing the taking.
Hey, whatever it is.
Okay.
whatever it is, all we know is she said, if you come for mine, I'm whooping your tail. That's what she said. She said, you come for me, I'll come for you. And she said it several times.
And though people have not heard me utter those things, I understand the sentiment. I just don't agree with the behavior. I don't agree with the behavior, but the sentiment I'm not crazy opposed to.
Hey, you know what? You remind me.
Zoe, wait a minute. Don't forget what you said about what I remind. I'm gonna say this in church, especially, but women, period, black women for sure. I can't speak to all women because I'm not all of them, but I can speak to just my experience. You know, it's like from young, people always trying to get us to be nice. Be nice. Sometimes people get away with so much because we are trying to always be nice. And I think sometimes people are trash bags. They do be trying you. And I feel like, that sentiment I don't disagree with. You disrespect mine, you come for mine. We gonna have an issue, but it's just not gonna be a public issue. Now I ain't gonna get a police a note and tell them where I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna do that.
What the problem is, like what you said on the pulpit ain't coming for. Like if the woman said, I got a word for your husband, and you take it there, like you visibly take it. No, you got a word for us, cause ain't nobody come. Like I didn't hear the outrageous incident or event that you would take it to where, okay, yeah, that was, everybody could agree that's disrespect. No, look, somebody just said they had something to say to your husband, and maybe they did. But even still, you don't have to react or respond in the way that you did.
I agree.
So E, I'm just saying, I know that you understand the sentiment. I know that you probably have been disrespected as a spouse before. Yes. I know that experience is not uncommon amongst our community. But here's what I will say. All right. Mm-hmm. And you said this earlier. You said I will find a way to address it without disrespecting myself or dishonoring my husband, right? Mm-hmm. If you dishonor your husband in a public space where he is supposed to be the actual shepherd of the house, you gonna have problems, and it might end in your third divorce. God bless you.
Okay, that's true. Mama Elkins want to make sure that we're aware. Let's not keep harping on the spouse, on the woman, because the brother married her. And I don't believe for 1 second, that's a good point, Mama Elkins. I don't believe for 1 second this is the first time that she done showed her tail in a way that was outrageous. There's no way this is her first time.
Well, it's also the first time she's been married. I mean, she has been married a few times as well.
Okay, I want you to.
And I'm sure that each time she probably showed herself, that's probably the reason why she got married again. So,
you stop that. Tony, I don't like it. Listen, what I'm saying is, the tendency for her to do that, maybe he like it. Is that your first? Is that her? Do you think that's the first time she's done this? I mean, come on. I don't think so.
No.
There's
I
no
don't.
way.
No, I don't. Here's what, again, even if it's not the first time, it might be the last.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
It might be the last. It don't have
So
to be the
what
first.
do you think? What do you think about this display? When you saw this, what were your thoughts?
Who, me?
Yes. What were your thoughts when you first saw this? What was you thinking? Man, besides boy, these people going crazy. What else?
I mean, first of all, that's the part two. Right now, like today on this show, this is my first time seeing part two.
Right.
I mean, I think the whole thing is first of all, it's clearly senile. You know, it's over the top. It's ridiculous. I think that, you know, she's obviously doing the most. But I'll be real with you. I kind of side to where you said that there's something else going on.
Yeah.
Something else going on. Like you ain't showing yourself like that in the pulpit on a live stream for somebody to stream, record, and post it again. You ain't doing all that if it was as simple as somebody came for you and said they got a word. If it was really as simple as a lady said she got a word for your husband, if it was that simple, all you had to do was say, if you got a word for him, you got a word for us. And that would have been cool. And she did say that. But for her to go where she went, it's something we don't know.
Look, the camera wasn't on the audience. I would love to see what, because a lot of times when you're looking at the video, you know, you don't realize that it is, you know, you hear the applause, but you don't know who it is. I done been in churches where there's what seems like a loud applause, but it's other folks sitting there like, this ain't right, you know, looking around, filming. A lot of times people are quiet because they want to get it on video and they don't want themselves talking on that video. But I don't know if the whole church applauded her. We did hear applause and we did hear cheers, but I've heard a lot of trash people. Well, I've heard a lot of well-intentioned people say some trash mess in the pulpit and everybody screaming and hollering, and it was trash, but it wasn't everybody. There's a group that's going to holler no matter what. Amen. And so I think there could have been that, but we did, to answer your question, Mama Elkins, we did hear applause. I wonder if this came by way of email because she said, when I see you. So maybe she wasn't in their face, or maybe I don't know what's going on, because why wasn't the business handled when you got the message?
Right.
You know,
right.
why wasn't the headline?
Because the girl is in Georgia and they are in North Carolina.
Hold on, Faye knows something. Faye, why you quiet? We didn't know she was
I sent some to the group chat.
Girl, but, tell us what's going on. We don't know no location.
He deleted it now, but Larry Reed posted the girl's Facebook profile. He was like, since we talking about it, he posted that. So I sent her picture to y'all on the phone. And
girl, I ain't seen no picture.
I just did it, but she's in Georgia, and here he go. And so, and not to say
Natasha Davis
start tipping into like television and stuff like that, but people have seen her picture, was like, oh, okay, we see why that girl was mad, and we see why she intimidated.
Oh, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Oh, I don't like it. Baby, let me tell you something. Right above her chest, it say, pay attention.
I can't stand you.
This is a bad look. That's a bad look, man. That's a bad look. That's a bad look.
You better pay attention because she making a difference.
Hey, that's gonna make the highlight.
Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus.
But she has not responded on her Facebook profile. And since this happened, all she did was posted a prayer. She has not touched none of this. So it's like, of course, we don't know whether it's true or not. But I can respect. You didn't drug my name. You didn't got the whole, nation coming to my Facebook profile. And instead of going toe for toe, which she probably could, she just posted a prayer. So I get that. I can respect that. Now, what if she did it or not? I don't know. But I can respect how she handling this.
Baby, the cop, she finna be still and watch the police department fight her battle. You understand? She threatened her openly. She threatened her openly. So is the feds. She threatened her openly in front of everybody. So listen. She said, "Don't let me catch you on the street. Pay attention." Girl,
internet. These internet thugs.
I got a word for you. I would love to know the way it was done. I would love to know. Was it an email? Was it a text message?
It had to. I think it had to be in person. I would think it had to be in person, and then you waited till you got all the way back.
I really don't think so. Because one they're in North Carolina, other one's in Georgia.
So she would email. So she emailed or texted or called the wife to say that she had a message for the husband.
Well, let me say this, Lee. What if that was her way? What if that was her way of being respectful? What if she thought she was being respectful? She goes to the wife and says, "I have a word for your husband. I want to do it right." And she comes to her, and then she get crazy. So I mean, maybe it was an email. Maybe she just was like, "Hey, I want to let you know I got a word for your husband." And maybe it just went tricky. I don't know.
Yo, that's my thing. Like, if that action could be seen as respectful, me talking to you, because he is just as accessible as she is.
I agree.
So she could have went straight to him if this was email. So the fact that you even hearing about this means you should probably keep it on email and keep that form of communication between y'all.
I agree.
Man, what did Kim say? Like, wouldn't follow him to the bathroom?
Yeah, see.
Yeah, you won. I would keep my eyes on.
Way out of line, Doc. That was way out of line. You know, speaking of being out of line and marriages being in a weird position, we had another update in the news, and I'd like for Zoe to talk to us just for a little bit about it. We're talking about proper etiquette as a married person, how to behave, whether in public or in private. And we had talked about something a few months ago, accusations and sexual allegations on an athlete. I'd love to Zoe to update us on what we received this week in terms of an update.
Update on what?
In terms of the update for the sexual, I hate to call it. It's not harass. What are they calling it?
Michael Irvin. So
yeah,
yeah.
Can you kind of first do a quick sweep and then update? Yeah.
So quick little recap. Michael Irvin, NFL Hall of Famer. He was accused of sexual misconduct during the Super Bowl, which was about a month ago. Since then, he has been publicly canceled everywhere. Like he can't appear nowhere, right?
And he wasn't able to cover things during the Super Bowl because it happened like right before, right?
Yeah, he wasn't able to cover nothing. They shut him down.
Right.
He has made this said that it's equivalent to a modern lynching. That's what he said that's happening to him right now. But he was accused of sexual misconduct. This incident happened in the Marriott Hotel where he's staying. And for a while it was just he say, she say. There were so many stories that came out. First, there was a story of they were in the elevator talking. First, there was a story of that they were, somebody said that, he touched her inappropriately or something like that. There was a lot of stories that came out. Well, his attorney, they had a hearing, and a judge told the Marriott that they have a week to release the video to Michael Irvin's attorney.
Wow.
And so the Marriott showed the video to Michael Irvin's attorney, did not send it to him because they showed it to the attorney, but they did not want to show it to Michael Irvin himself. Well, now the attorney has the video. And since Michael Irvin is battling against the court of public opinion, they went and showed the video. And now the video's out there. So I'm going to play it. Okay. The video does not have any audio, and I went and I found a clean video. So there's a lot of videos of his attorney's interpretation. I want a clean video, and I want y'all to just come to your own conclusions about what may or may not have happened.
And
Now,
I haven't seen it, so I'm excited about it. I purposefully didn't watch it. I waited till the show. So okay.
So this video has no audio. I will explain and kind of talk through it as it goes. This is Michael Irving at the hotel. You're going to see different areas highlighted of the video to kind of walk you through it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it has no audio, so I'm just going to play it. So it's going to start with, this is the lady. This is the accuser. She's walking towards the lobby, and you're going to see Michael Irving walking in from the front. This is him right here. All right, Michael Irving and her have a conversation. She stops. She works in this bar. She works in this bar area right here. And I'm going to pause it real quick. This guy right here is her boss. So these are the three people that play. Michael Irving, her, and the boss who's watching both of them. And there's Michael Irving has a security detail that stays around him at all times. And the security is somewhere in this video watching him.
Is there a way you can make that any larger, Zoe? I mean, I don't think they need to see us.
All right, is this bigger? Is this better?
A tad, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. That's them right there. Can you run your cursor? Yeah.
This is Michael Irving. This is the lady. This is her boss.
Okay.
Michael Irving's security detail is somewhere behind this pole.
Okay.
This guy right here. That's
Okay.
the security.
Okay.
So they've left. These guys are talking to him. These guys over here were talking to him. He walks away. This security still bombed. Somebody asked for a selfie. This guy's still standing with Michael. They take a selfie. And they go on about their merry way.
Now, exactly, like, what were the allegations?
I'm gonna wait for him to clear this video, because just in case we miss something here. All right, so he's out. Boom, that's the video. The allegations where no, he did not drop the lawsuit. He's suing for $100 million.
The Marriott.
He's suing the Marriott for $100 million. He did not drop the lawsuit.
We're talking about Mr. Irving.
Michael Irving is suing the Marriott for $100 million for defamation.
And what did they say? Okay, go ahead.
So what the Marriott is saying is that the woman reported Michael Irving of sexually first they said that it was sexual assault. So she told the Marriott that he sexually assaulted her. Then the Marriott came back and changed that when they filed the lawsuit, and they said it wasn't sexual assault. The terminology they used was sexual misconduct. So that is the term that is being sued right now. That they're coming after him for, saying it was sexual misconduct. Michael Irvin is saying first when the thing came, he's saying that he didn't even know who the woman in question was, and then when they showed him the video, he was like, I didn't think nothing of it. We were talking. She was asking me about the NFL and the Hall of Fame. Talked for a little while, shook her hand twice. We laughed, and that was it. I went to my merry old way. The Marriott is saying that she told them that when they were having a conversation that Michael Irving asked her, and this is where it gets murky because there's two things that are kind of floating. The Marriott is saying that Michael Irving said something inappropriate to her somewhere along the lines of, have you ever been with a black man, or have you ever had a big black man inside you? Those are the quotes that they're saying that he said to her. I don't know when in that video he says it. I don't
sound like something that, you know what, I'm
I have a question. She's not a black woman?
No.
I can't tell. Okay.
No, she's not.
Okay.
She is not black.
So big black. That's what we're going with.
That is what they are claiming he said to her. Have you ever? Okay. So that is the story. That is what he said. That is what they said. That is what's currently going on. Now, this video, the Marriott had this video for a while, and the judge ordered it to be released. It took a while for his attorney to actually get the actual video. He saw it, but it took him a while to actually get it. He held a press. Michael Irving has been holding press conferences with his attorney in Dallas. That's where he lives.
Oh, okay.
And he's been doing this because he's trying to fight the court of public opinion, because he's saying that his name is being dragged, like all over the place. And he's just not in a position. Usually they tell you to shut up and just wait for it to go through. Yeah. But he's saying that socially he's not in that spot. He can't just wait. Like he said, before the court clears me, public opinion got to clear me. So he's been having these press conferences with his attorney, and this week they held their second press conference where they showed the video, and it was Michael Irvin's first time seeing the full video. He saw parts of it, but it was the first time seeing the full video, and the dude started crying in front of everybody when the whole thing happened, because he was just like, I just don't get it. That was his perception. He's saying, I just don't understand. It just don't make no sense. His attorney is saying it's blasphemy, that it's just, it's not making no sense. Now, again, the Marriott hasn't came out and said nothing, so we're really only hearing from their side, just to be fair. But that is what happened. The video was out, and this is the altercation at hand in which he was charged with sexual misconduct.
Okay. Now, of course, we couldn't hear, so we can't verify. But I will say, is it possible for you to pull it back up to the point where the two of them were talking? Because there's some in the body language that I don't know if you all picked up on.
All right. I picked up on everything. But let's see.
There's a moment where he touches her arm and she pulls back, like steps backwards. And so the body language for that means she's uncomfortable and she did not welcome that touch. Now, of course, culturally, y'all know a lot of us, especially those that are Southern, we talk with our hands. We are real affectionate. We sometimes hug people, or like we talk and we touch people. That is something that unfortunately you have to be mindful of nowadays, because while it could be completely benign, the reality is you got to keep your hands to yourself. So that is something that I noticed. Now, of course, that doesn't mean he said what he's accused of. It doesn't mean he didn't say it, but that is something I want to point out, that you kind of got to stay out of people's personal space like that, because she literally goes backwards when he puts his hand.
Oh my God, I hate it so much. Oh,
let's talk about it. Let's look at it. All right. So they're talking. He's talking with his hands like normal. He's going to reach out with his right hand to touch her forearm.
Move the cursor up for me, Zoe. Move it.
Them right here.
No, move it out of the way.
Move it out the way. Yep. He's gonna touch her forearm in a couple seconds. She's not yet uncomfortable by speech or anything else by her stance. He steps forward, forearm. She steps back.
Oh,
Puts her hand.
But even still, like she just pushing her body again.
Right. He just put his hands up. So I'm assuming that he picked up on the back pedal, and either he was saying something like, "Hey, I'm sorry," or something like, "Hey, that's not what it was." But his body language said that he picked up on what she did, and he didn't like it. So then they shook hands, and then she walks over to her boss, and her boss is ripping her a new one. And he's going to do himself. So here's what I picked up on, right? And this is just me. Now, I am just a studier of people. I've been doing it a long time. Okay. First and foremost, before the interaction, it seemed that her motion was inconsistent with somebody that was just so happened to stumble upon somebody. I believe she saw Michael Irvin coming in through the front door and positioned herself in a way to where they would intersect and meet. So that's one thing. Number two, in the conversation, when they're talking, again, we don't have audio, but we do see how Michael Irvin, even before the touch, how he communicates. And this is how he has always communicated. He is from the South. He's been in Dallas most of his life, and he talks with his hands. He's a very handsy, touchy person. Now, that does not excuse, the touching in any way somebody that is unwanted. Okay, so if you touch somebody's shoulder, you touch somebody's hand, and they don't want it, then it's fine. So what she does is she backs up. She backs up and says, and gives the body language, hey, this is unwanted physical contact. And then as soon as that happens, he puts his hands up like, oh, I'm sorry. He bows out, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, hey, I didn't know that was what that was. So then she's like, she's nodding, like saying like, it's fine. And then at the end of the conversation, he holds his hand out to shake in order to, I guess, go their separate ways, shake it. And, so she shakes hands and then she walks off. So The whole interaction, if it was indeed that of sexual, I don't know many men that approach women sexually, get rejected, and then put their hand out to shake it. Like, well, good game. Like, it just doesn't happen. Okay. So if it was indeed sexual in nature, his response at the end is inconsistent with that of somebody that was trying to be sexual. It seemed like he was trying to be affectionate, and it seemed like he was trying to be personable. But I don't see somebody that was trying to be, sexual in nature and try to domineer themselves in any shape, form, or fashion to this young lady. I mean, Michael Irvin is like 6'3", 200. Like, he's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
And it's not like, she's a smaller person. So if it was indeed him trying to, dominate and try to encroach on her personal space, it would not have looked like a conversation, or it would not have looked like an exchange. It would have looked more like somebody that was like, it would have looked more like this. Instead of people talking, it would have looked more like, I'm taking away your personal space to not give you a chance or not give you a choice. But that's not what happened. So that's what I see. That's what I saw. And of the people that, heard the conversation that was in the bar, that came out as witnesses, they say that it was a friendly conversation.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Were they always that phrase? I don't remember these phrases from the last time that we covered this. Are those new, or have those things always been being said? This whole
What phrases?
this big
Talking
black.
about big
That's
black
new.
man inside you.
That's new. Like that. That came out a couple days ago.
See, for me,
Do that sound like a pickup line?
That's what's upset me. That's what's upset me. It's upsetting me that we've never heard it before. It was, and I'm gonna be honest. See, this gets me really paranoid because I was looking at the manager, how he kept making sure that he was somewhere that he could see. Like, I don't know if this was a game between them or what, or something they was trying to pull, but I did not like that. And you know what it did? It freaked me out. It freaked me out for my sons. Like, bruh, be aware. And even like his security details right there. He's here to come. It's in a very public. It ain't even like they was at the bar. He sat next to it. He was kind of leaning in and whispering. It's an open, elevators are right there. The entrance is there. The bar is behind you. People are coming and going. Like, it wasn't a private area to be able to get off with saying, hey, you ever had a big, hey, like, what's going on? It freaked me out. But
that don't sound right. It don't
sound right. They said sexual assault, and they were making a big deal about the handshake or the touch. They wasn't talking about nothing verbal. Now all of a sudden he leaned in and said, and it's something about people when they want to do something, they want to throw in the big black. Who says this as a way to get you? You at work. You ain't off at the bar with a black dress on with your feet crossed at the bottom and sipping a martini. You at work. And I'm going to come up to you in front of everybody and say, what you think about a big black? A lot. And it freaked me out because it's just, there's no audio. People can watch it and try to spin it any way they want. And even like, it makes it uncomfortable to watch because like you said, she did take a step back, put her hands behind her back, was very like, and I saw him kind of like, oh, like it ain't really, kind of trying to whatever, but it looks like something's okay. Faye, you think that you can leave? You think that you can leave? Oh my
Hey, how many times has that worked in history? So you tell me, you let me know, because I'm
Faye,
I have yet to hear
a real phrase.
Success stories. I've heard about the Pound Town phrase, but I don't hear about the old big black man inside. Like that does not even sound.
Pound Town. Wait a minute. Is this the phrase they said? He said, "Have you been to Pound Town?"
No,
that's fake.
You're being incendiary, and you know what? This is all because of the 75 hard you had to start over, and now you just out here. Stop it! I can't believe it.
No, it's to me.
This woman is at work. I'm sorry. She's at work. Y'all hear me out. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I don't like being dismissive, but let's just talk for a second. She at work. You know them outfits. Y'all been to oh God, Cheesecake Factory. These the most unsexiest outfits you ever seen. The hair pulled back, ain't nothing going on. I'ma walk up. How you doing? Hey, you ever had a little something? Girl, what y'all doing? How fine do you think you are? They got a picture of her.
No,
I don't know. I can try to find it.
Of course, they would not put one out.
Big
they won't.
We don't even know her name yet.
And this is why Marriott should be sued, because we see it and we can draw some very strong conclusions.
I'm quoting the headline. You must hate the news. My daughter talking about quit saying big black. I'm quoting the headline. Tell them to stop saying big black.
Nah,
I didn't make it up.
You reporting the news. That's all.
I'm reporting the news. You must hate when they say it's gonna be cloudy with a chance of rain. You must hate that.
Right. I'm saying we can see clear and strong conclusions from the video that yo, what she's saying, it's a very slim to not at all chance that went down at that.
Wow.
At
You
that
ever
Oh
time.
wait, hey, what
And this
day
is
is
why
what day is
black
today?
man?
It's
You ever had a
the-
big
it's
black man
the
in town?
16th.
That's what he asked.
So the Marriott released a statement. The Marriott released a
What a
statement
pickup line.
about about the night in question.
Oh,
The Marriott said on the night in question, Irvin flagged down the accuser and appeared to be visibly intoxicated. He began his aggressive behavior toward the employee, shaking her hand, stating that she was attractive, and asking her if she watched football. Irving also reached out and touched the victim's arm during this conversation without her consent, causing her to step back, becoming visibly uncomfortable. Irving then asked the victim whether she knew anything about having a big black man inside her. Those are the exact words of the lawsuit. All right, that's the exact phrase. All right, so now we've cleared that up.
Marriott.
Irvin then attempted to grab the victim's hand again, and she said that and said he was sorry if he brought up bad memories for her. The victim pulled her hand away and tried to back away from Irving as he continued to move towards her.
Incorrect, because when she did pull back away the first time, and then he did, I saw him reach his hand out to. This is when he has his hand up to say, "I'm sorry." I think that's right when he said, like, "I'm sorry if he brought up bad memories," because it seemed like she definitely had a visible reaction. However, he did not pursue her. She did not retreat, or she did not behave herself in someone that had just been sexually.
Also, just to kind of make sure it's aware, and I'm reading this too. It just reminded me.
Okay.
She has not filed a police report as of March 11th when this was written. So she has not filed a police report.
Okay.
And this lawsuit is civil and not criminal.
And she won't. Because the burden of proof is higher on a criminal charge than a civil. Civil
of course.
is just about the inconvenience.
All you need is anything inconsistent you can get paid. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all
something.
something.
Wanted to get paid, and then Michael Irvin turned it around and said, "I want to get paid from Marriott." And guess
I'm
what?
gonna tell you just like this. Girl, did you warm it up? Okay. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you just like this. This is why I don't get mad at J-Lo. Y'all gonna say, Erica, where you going? Hear me out. All these accusations, people talk about how mean J-Lo is. They say when J-Lo is talking to the public, she tells her assistant to address the public. That if she wants some water on a plane, she tells her assistant, tell the flight attendant that I'd like some water, please. When people work at her house and do in and out jobs and do odd and end jobs that she need done, she speaks to someone else to tell them what needs to be done. She ain't in a room with them by themselves. She don't address them. She don't look at them. And people say that she's mean and she's ignorant and she forgot where she came from. All that may be true, but we ain't heard no sexual harassment allegations. I ain't trying to be funny, but I would have my boys on some. And my daughter, don't talk to people. Don't talk to them. You look up. They tell you that you get some money in your pockets, and somebody come in your path. You think somebody look at nice, have whatever. I don't know. Whatever happened to the wingman? Send your boy over to the ass or something. I don't know, but don't look at him. Don't talk to him because it's ridiculous. What I'm saying is, Pastor Elkin said like this: based on what we saw, we can't vouch for either one. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. That's what I hate about a video that is just with no audio that somebody can analyze and say, okay, this happened, that happened. This is what he was saying right here. It's one person word against the other. It's all about money and it sucks. And that freaks me out. It freaks me out that you can just be having a conversation and it goes awry, and you don't even know, like, this was nothing. Okay. I would always joke with people all the time and say, men, sometimes I feel like men are built for rejection because over the years, a guy walk up and try to talk to you at the mall, and hey girl, what's your name? Or hey, whatever. It's like, okay, where could they get where the person say something regular, but you were able to say when he walked up, he said, "Girl, I'll do this and that to you." His word against yours, you get paid. The whole world think they're a creep. I mean, now what is it? Because they said they don't want to talk about the sex, the touch. They said the touch was at first it was he touched her uncomfortably. That's what they first. I remember that. Now they saying it's what he said. So what I'm asking you guys is it against the law? Not against the law. Is it uncivil to say something to someone? I mean, I know that a long time ago they revamped. Oh my gosh. She don't even talk to her own husband, let alone the public. Look, I'm just bringing up how she engages people. I think sometimes people like, oh, this person mean, they're not friendly. Maybe it's because we don't know what kind of bag y'all gonna come out of. Before you know it, you telling somebody I said something crazy to you.
Hey. If I get some money in my pocket, you'll know, because y'all ain't gonna be able to find me.
Leave that hurt. What about us? What me?
Hey, you got my brother's number. You got my brother's number. Don't might be able to find me, but shoot, I'm going Danny.
I ain't gonna believe. You might be right now. If we come into the right amount of money, they might say, Eric and Tony, we ain't talking to them. They ain't on those socials. We don't see them talking to nobody. When we call them, somebody else answer the phone, died. We don't know if they get the messages. Because people will lie on you in a minute.
And here's my thing. Even if, let's say we give everybody in this situation the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
we should.
Here's what we know. We know that they had a conversation, and the only physical contact that was had was a handshake and a laughing joke on the arm, tap on the arm, and she pulled back.
Yep.
Now think of how common those two actions are.
Yes.
And how it's ironic that the NFL Hall of Fame big black man, quote unquote, is the one getting slapped with the lawsuit for this action that probably happens every day. If Michael Irvin was just some bum on the streets that didn't have a lot of money, she ain't filing that lawsuit.
She wouldn't sue me. All she get is
she ain't filing that lawsuit.
All she get is
Michael Irvin got some bread.
Wow. That's hurtful.
And here's my issue. Any sexual misconduct is criminal.
That's right.
Any sexual misconduct is criminal.
Amen.
If someone has made a sexual advance at you, that is criminal.
Right.
File a police report.
Yep.
And if you would like to press charges, press charges.
Yep.
But it's criminal. But when you do these things in civil court and you leave out the criminal aspect of it, that tells me you only care about money. You don't care about justice. You only care about money. So since you only care about money, now a red flag done went up. Because if it's sexual misconduct, it's criminal. It ain't just money. If it was criminal, you could get money and send them to jail.
You know, you could do both.
If it was criminal,
there have been people that have been found not guilty in a criminal proceeding and went on to file civil proceedings and won that case. Many people.
My point is,
so
if you really felt like if there was really some sexual misconduct here, if Michael Irving is really a predator, shouldn't he be behind bars?
He needs to be prosecuted. That's right.
But no, you don't want him to go to jail. You just want his money.
And it's fine if he walks into that same place and does it to another woman.
Because you just wanted his money. That's a red flag I got.
I don't like it. It scares me. I'm going to tell my boys all that be nice, be kind. Just my final words. All that be nice, be kind. Oh, if someone asks you for an autograph, if someone walk up talking to you, you want to make sure you're approachable. Don't think yourself more higher than you are. Hey, I don't know you. I don't know what you want. Tell people whatever you want about me. But what you won't be able to tell them is that I tried to do something nasty to you. Okay? You won't be able to do that because I ain't even look at you. I ain't talk to you. How about that? I didn't look at you.
We raising savages over here, Doc.
Woo, Lord. Now this kind of stuff, can I be honest? In church, they say don't drink, don't smoke, and don't have sex outside of marriage. Look, this is why I say don't do it. Yes, the Bible say don't do it. But see, look at the stuff. You drink and you think you having a good time. It look crazy. Look, be sober. Be vigilant. Okay? These people is out here. All they need for you to say is you don't remember what happened. Nah, because he was like, I don't remember her. I don't remember her. I don't even know what y'all talking about. They got a video. Oh, yeah. Woo. I don't like it.
Yeah, I ain't with it either.
Yeah.
We raising savages. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I've made this mistake before. You know, sometimes I think it's really cool to have you see a girl, she's really pretty, but she's also down to earth. You think that's cool. She seems balanced. Yeah. Now that I'm raising daughters, I'm against it. Yeah. I'd rather them call her stuck up than something else. So if she don't speak to you, all right. She don't know you. She ain't got to speak to you. Bye. I'm tired of it. Same with my sons. Forget about it. Everybody know you a nice guy. Everybody that really know you a nice person. They don't need you to talk to them. They don't need you to touch them. None of that.
They don't even know you nice. I don't even care. They don't got to know you nice. Just know you exist.
Right.
Know you exist. He's breathing. He's fine.
Right. He's fine. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's
well,
my final
prayers
word.
go out to everybody. I hate it. I hate the situation. I always do. And I always hate no matter what, whether it's for the accuser or for the defendant, whatever it is. I hate that it's jump to conclusion, cancel, do all the things.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out if it was wrong later. It's hurtful.
You want to know what I hate the most about it? And this will be the last thing I say.
Okay.
What I hate the most about it is that it cheapens sexual assault.
It does.
It cheapens the crime as a whole, to where now we're thrusted into this reality where we don't take it as seriously as we should.
Yep.
And that's what I don't like about it.
Yep.
I went off on this with Deshaun Watson. Went off on this, multiple times actually. So I'm at the point in my life where, again, I'm raising savages at 303. They're kids now and they'll be kids, and I won't take that away from them. But as soon as they get like a little bit of understanding and comprehension, and you notice that they have stopped talking to you, then you just not talk to them. All right. Look, don't come to me saying, "Oh, they didn't give me a hug." Yes, I know. That was me.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And you're lucky I'm giving you a hug. I ain't got no money. So
I'm that way, period. I do not like when parents force their kids.
As soon as I get when my financial situation changes, you'll notice, because I ain't gonna give you a hug either.
Okay. Please.
I'm serious. I'm serious. As soon as I get me a little something that I'm afraid to lose.
Noni?
Oh no, sir. Oh no, sir.
No, sirree, Babaline.
We're good over here.
Nope. That's why I don't like it. I don't like when people force their kids to speak to folks. I don't like when they force their kids to hug folks. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Because you know what? They develop a culture that says, I have to speak, I have to hug, I have to engage. That's what nice people do. That's what Southern hospitality. Get rid of it. Get some Northern dismissal and go. We don't talk to these folks. Leave them alone. Well, sticks and stones may break your bones, but you know what won't happen? If you ain't talking to them, nothing can happen. Just
you ain't nobody getting no hugs, no handshake.
Don't ask me for no hug. Don't ask me for nothing. I've been through with the holy kiss, because y'all do all kinds of stuff with y'all mouth. Stay back. But I don't do hugs. None of that. Stay away, because I don't want to be accused of nothing. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but these words may help you. See y'all next week.
See you.
Thanks.